It's kind of hard not to compare the Saints Row series to Grand Theft Auto, as the core gameplay is virtually the same, but Saints Row's third entry cemented the series as something totally different. Whereas Grand Theft Auto went in a more serious direction, Saints Row III embraced complete zaniness and lunacy, featuring balls-to-the-wall violence, zombies, aliens, and so much more. Some aspects of the re-release, subtitled The Full Package, feel a bit dated, but the sheer wealth of content means there's no end to the shenanigans the gang gets into. The story is relatively simple. Your gang is thrust into a new city, Steelport, following the events of the opening mission, and start working on plans to take over the city. There's a number of rival gangs who are looking to do the same thing, including one that wears luchador masks, and another that dresses entirely in goth. Although there are some underlying stories about revenge and redemption, more often than not you're quickly thrust into crazed violence. I wouldn't say the story is the game's strongest suit, but it's serviceable. There are tons of things to do in Saints Row III. Beyond the story missions, there's a wealth of side missions that deal with tasks ranging from securing neighborhoods from rival gangs to collecting insurance fraud. There's even one that has you competing in a Smash TV-esque game show where your goal is to kill as many people as possible for the most cash before time runs out. The included DLC expands on a few of these side missions and features some storylines of its own that are completely out there. They feature everything from acting in an Alien movie to securing a clone of Johnny Gat that is running loose in the city. It does a great job of making what already is a silly game even sillier, which is one of the game's stronger suits. Beyond the story mode, there's also Horde mode where you fight swarms of enemies until you die, which is always fun. Both local and online co-op play rounds out the package. For whatever reason, you need an additional Switch and a second copy of Saints Row III, the full package, if you want to do local co-op, which is an unfortunate burden. On a technical level, the full package is anything but. Not only does it feel dated graphically, but there are also a ton of bugs. I had to restart the Switch several times due to the game freezing, especially when navigating through menus. There was also an instance where I had to restart a mission because a vehicle froze and I couldn't complete the mission without it. Full package should be retitled Flawed Package because there are a few issues here that are noticeable enough to hamper the experience. It's prone to substantial bugs to the point where it freezes and there's just a dated feel to it, both in the humor and in the visuals. However, while there are some noticeable issues, the core Sandbox gameplay is strong, and if there is one thing I can say about Saints Row III, it's definitely not boring.